In this full body flow, we connect breath with movement to arrive fully at the present moment. The whole body is strengthened and lengthened, leaving you feeling nourished and connected. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we will do a full body flow. So let's begin in child's pose. We'll bring the big toes together, the knees out wide as much as comfortable, and walk the fingertips forward. The third eye, the space between the eyebrows, will meet the ground. We'll rest here for a couple moments before moving. Take a big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Allow the body to melt into the earth. Feel each limb become heavy as the body begins to open up. Gently deepen your breath. Breathe into the belly like you're blowing up a balloon. Feel the belly expand against the thighs. The inhale drags up to the back, the sides of the ribs, and the exhale is slow out the nose. Each breath relaxes you deeper. This is your time to practice self-love, self-care, to let go. Whenever a thought or a distraction comes, welcome it and let it float away with no judgment. Always coming back to the breath. Walk the fingertips a little bit farther away from you towards the front of the mat, lengthening through the spine. Press the hips down towards the heels. Breath is long. Lift the palms of the hands off the mat, fingertips pressing into the earth, the forearms lifting. Fingertips walk even farther away. The right arm will lift and come underneath your left armpit, right cheek onto the mat. Release your left hand back to the earth. If you don't feel a stretch here in your right arm, you can wrap your left arm behind your back for extra weight on the right arm, or even lift your hips over top your heels. Release your left arm back forward. Your right arm comes in line with your left hand, and the hips sink down. The other side, come to your right fingertips. Left arm comes underneath your right armpit. Left cheek onto the mat. Your choice to wrap your right arm around the back and maybe keep your hips lifted. Eyes are closed and breath is deep. Right arm reaches forward again, hips sink down, left arm in line with right. Allow the chin to come towards the mat, the head to lift. As you breathe in, slither the body forward, keep the chest low to the ground, come to lying on your belly. Fingertips underneath the shoulders, lift the chest halfway, elbows are bent. Exhale the chest and chin lower, press into the hands, seat back towards your heels. Moving meditation, breath connects with movement. Inhale, slither forward, chest stays low, elbows hug in. Lift the chest just halfway. Exhale, press it back slowly. One more time, inhale forward. Lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Rest in child's pose. Lift up the heels, the hips. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders and find a table pose. Hips over knees and shoulders over wrists. Hips sway side to side. As the hips go to the right, look to the left. Hips to the left, look to the right. One more each side. And through to center. Stretch the wrists, fingertips towards the knees, one or both at the same time. Lean gently back. Flip the palms to the sky, fingertips towards the knees. And come through to center. Let your left foot come in line with the left knee, out to the left side of the room. Roll the weight onto your left hand. Right leg comes to straight, right arm lifts to the sky. Perfect to stay here, lengthening the right arm forward for a stretch along the side body. For challenge, the right foot lifts in line with your right hip, foot is flexed. Spiral the gaze upwards. As you exhale, bring your elbow and knee to meet in front of your belly button. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Hold here. Stay like this, or bend your back knee. Reach back to grab your back foot or ankle. And if you caught it, kick into it. Look upwards. Slowly release and come back to your neutral table pose. Other side, your right foot will come in line with your right knee. Left arm comes straight, left arm lifts to the sky. Stay as you are And maybe your left arm reaches forward, left foot lifts in line with your left hip. Inhale first. Exhale, crunch in front of the belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stay like this, or bend your back knee, reach back to grab the back foot or ankle, kick into it and look upwards. Slowly release, back through to your table pose. When you get there, take a seat back onto your knees, hands to your lap, close the eyes, a couple deep breaths. From table pose, hands walk slightly forward. Fingertips open wide, back toes curl under, hips lift to the sky, downward facing dog. Bend the knees when you get there. Lift the heels off the mat. Let your belly rest towards the thighs, lengthening the spine. Inhale to lift and exhale to release the heels low. Another time like that. Inhale, lift off your heels, bend your knees, press your belly down towards the thighs. And release. Maybe wiggle the head side to side like you're saying no. Hands walk backwards to meet the feet, forward folds. Knees will bend so that the belly rests on the thighs. Crown of the head reaches towards the earth. Fingertips interlace behind the neck, elbows wide. Whole upper body is heavy. Release the head and neck. Lift halfway, hands plant onto the shins, lengthen the crown forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms all the way overhead, come to standing. Hands meet overhead. Hands to your heart. Hands to your sides. Close the eyes. Connect with the sensations beneath your feet. Notice the texture of your mat, the temperature. Visualize growing roots into the ground through the feet. Lengthen the top of the head towards the sky. Arms circle overhead, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, straight spine, hinge at the hips. Halfway lift, forward folds. We'll walk the hands and feet back, come to a push-up position. One long line of energy from the feet to the head. Feel free to drop the knees if that's what your body is asking for. 2 deep breaths, squeeze the tummy. If you have no tension in your back, begin to drop the hips towards the earth. Keep the toes as they are, only as far as your body allows for a back bend. Peel the shoulder blades together behind your back. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, tummy hugs in. Lift through to your push-up. Lift through to your down dog. Twice more like that. Breath connects with movement. Inhale, forward push-up. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, look up. And come back through to your push-up, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, hips drop. Look up. And slowly exhale to downward facing dog. Left hand reaches underneath your body towards your right ankle. Peel the heart forward and look over your right armpit. Release to down dog. Other side, right arm to your left ankle. Peel the heart forward and look up. Exhale to slowly release. The hips sink high. Hands walk backwards again to meet the feet. Feet open as wide as your mat. Toes point outward. Slowly sink the hips down. Come to a yogi squat. Sway side to side. Inhale, lift the legs and straighten, lift the hips. Exhale, sink the hips down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Sway side to side again. Crawl through to your belly and come to lying flat. Hands will interlace behind the back. As the hands press away from you, the chest will automatically lift. Toes press actively down into the earth. Keep lifting the chest, keep peeling the arms off you. One more deep breath. And exhale to release. Hands plant underneath your shoulders. Back toes curl under. Use your knees or not to lift back to a push-up position. Hips lift, downward facing dog. Step hopper, float your feet to your hands. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms circle all the way overhead. Hands through to your heart and to your sides. 3 deep breaths. Bring your focus inwards. Notice if your body is telling you anything. If it's time to slow down, to push further, honor whatever it's saying. We'll slowly open the eyes. Bring the hands to the hips as you stand at the top of your mat. The left knee will lift in line with your left hip. The left foot is flexed. Bend gently into your right knee. Strong core as you step your left toes back, crescent lunge. Stay on the ball of the back foot, shoulders over hips, arms lengthen to the sky. Deep bend in your front knee, squeeze the glutes. Arms will open to a T to the left. Back heel will drop in line with the back of your mat like a 45-degree angle. Your front knee pressing forward, keep it in line with your second toe. Maybe use the hand to help press it out to the right. Shoulders over hips. 3 deep breaths. Both legs come to straight. Left hand wraps behind your back. Right arm lengthens towards your back foot. Look up. Both arms come to a T. Point the toes towards the side of the room. Press the toes slightly outwards. Interlace the hands behind your back. Shoulder blades roll together. Forward fold slowly. Let the hands press away from your body. Sway side to side. Breathe a little deeper. Arms open to a T. Slowly roll back up to standing. Front toes face forward again. Deep bend in your front knee, warrior two. Gaze over the front fingertips. Shift off the back heel, come forward. Chest shifts forward. Hands will come to the hips. Evenly distribute the weight in your front foot. Gaze at something non-moving. Step back to where you started. Stay like this for one breath, or lengthen your left foot forward for challenge. Exhale to release. Hands by your sides. 3 deep breaths. Hands come back to the hips. Left knee lifts in line with your left hip. Foot is flexed. Gaze somewhere non-moving. Left knee slightly bends. Big step backwards with your right toes. Deep bend in the right knee. Arms circle overhead. Open the arms towards the right. Drop your back heel. Warrior two. Gaze over your front fingertips. Careful with your knee. Front knee, make sure it doesn't pass your ankle, and keep it pressing out towards the left. 2 more deep breaths. Feel your strength. Connect with the body. Gratitude for the body. Both legs come straight. Right hand wraps behind your back. Left fingertips shift to the right. Look down at your back foot or up to the sky. Arms come to a T. Both toes point to the side again. Arms stay forward to a T and forward fold. Hands can come wherever you like, maybe on the ground, maybe on your ankles. You can interlace them behind your neck. Two deep breaths, move a little bit side to side. Arms will come to a T. Tummy hugs in, rise slowly. Left toes shift forward, deep bend in your left knee, warrior two. Shift off the back heel, bring the gaze forward. Hands come to your hips. Take a moment, get your balance, and then kick back up to where you started. Challenge is to straighten your right leg if you'd like. Release. Nice job. Close the eyes, hands by your sides. The feet will come together to touch, feet and knees. Finding chair pose, arms reach overhead, weight comes to the heels, sit back. Tuck the tailbone slightly, squeeze the glutes, spiral the pinkies in, and sit deeper. The breath is the focus. Exhale to sit deeper. For extra challenge, we lift off the heels, come to your toes, and sit deeper. Hands will come through to your heart. Challenge your balance, straighten the legs, stay on your toes, ankles squeeze together. Just have fun with it. Arms might reach towards the sky. One more deep breath. Be tall. Hands through to your heart. To your sides, release your toes. Right arm comes to your hip, right hand to your hip. Left foot steps behind your right heel on the right edge. Left arm lifts to the sky. Gently bend your left hand towards the right side of the room. Knees can have a tiny micro bend as you step your left hand towards your right foot. If it doesn't meet the ground, that's okay, just reach for it. Maybe use your knees to help touch the mat. And both hands will reach towards the right side of your right foot. Release your head. Hands walk to center, feet come through to center. Forward fold. Arms circle overhead. Palms touch overhead. Hands to your heart and to your sides. Left hand, left hip. Right foot on the left edge of your left foot. Right arm to the sky. Bend to the left. Keep the hips square, pressing forward. Exhale, maybe slight bend in your knees. Step your right hand to the left edge of your left foot. Maybe the left hand meets next to it. Hands to neutral and feet to neutral. Feet will come hips width distance apart. Deep bend in the knees. The two-piece fingers grab the big toes. Elbows press outward as belly rests on the thighs. The more you press forward and down, the better stretch along the spine, the lower back. Slowly release. Open the feet, toes point outwards, width of the mat, hips drop down. Another yogi squat. Hands meet your heart, elbows point the knees away from you. Hands plant behind you and drop the hips down, coming to a seated position. Legs come straight. Feet are flexed. It might feel good to have a mini bend. Fingertips walk forward and find a fold. No need to force or press or grab for your feet. Lift up gently. Bend your right knee over top your straight left knee. Give the right knee a hug with your left arm. Right fingertips come behind you in the middle of the spine. Roll your right shoulder back and look behind you if it's okay in the neck. Slightly derotate the other side as you exhale. And both legs come straight. Left knee will bend. Right foot is flexed. Hug the left knee in with the right arm. Left fingertips behind you. Look over your left shoulder with a really tall, straight spine. And slightly derotate, opposite way, exhale. The legs will come straight. Scoot the hips a little bit forward. Bend the knees and have the feet hips width distance apart. Fingertips behind you, facing your heels. Slowly lift up the hips. You might drop your head back, opening the throat. Inhale, hips lift a little bit higher. A little bit higher. And exhale, a release. Make sure you have some space behind you and lower on to your back. Knees will hug into the chest and rock side to side. Keep your right knee hugging in. Straighten the left leg onto the mat. Take a couple circles with your right knee. Right arm to a T. Left hand uses the right knee to press over to the left side for a spinal twist. Look over your right shoulder. Stay like this, or bend your left knee, grab your left foot with the right hand. Both shoulders press down. Release your left foot if you have it. Roll to center, both feet next to each other. Left knee into the chest, circles with it. Left arm to a T, spinal twist to the right. And your choice to maybe bend your right knee, grab your right foot, shoulders press down. Slowly release and come to lying on your back. One last posture, straighten the legs to the sky. And just let the blood rush down. You might wiggle your legs, take circles with the feet and ankles. Knees hug into the chest. Reach your forehead up towards the knees, a big hug. And exhale, the arms and legs come to straight. Deep breath through the nose, out the mouth. Let the body become heavy. Let the breath come back to natural. Allow yourself a couple minutes to rest here. Focus the mind maybe on a happy place, on a color, or on nothing. You deserve this time to be still, so enjoy it. Namaste.